And we're back with another episode of Before You Buy. You probably know by now, it's that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and some of our first impressions of the latest games we're releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and today we're talking about Metroid Dread. It's out now for Nintendo Switch. Thanks for your patience with us getting this one out. We've been playing a ton of it, and just so you know, this footage is spoiler free. So, Metroid Dread is really good. That's it. The end. That's all, folks. No, but like all kidding aside, it is a very good Metroid game. It takes the modern Metroid gameplay framework kind of established by the very good Metroid Samus Returns 3DS game and makes it all excellent. You know, better graphics, bigger levels, crazier bosses, more abilities, and more variety. I think it's going to be a game changer for Metroid, like specifically for people who've never played a Metroid game. With the Switch having such mainstream popularity, I'm glad more people are going to get their hands on this, and I'm glad they're being introduced to a Metroid with a really solid modern representation to it. It's just a good old-fashioned fun video game. Now, Dread is the first full-on new classic-style game since Metroid Fusion, which came out in like 2002, which is crazy saying that out loud. There's a bit of a behind-the-scenes story with that we don't have time to really get into, but this game picks up after Fusion and continues Samus's story, but like, don't worry, you don't really need to know Fusion or previous games before going in, because the game starts with a cool little sequence catching you up to speed on like the very, very basics of things. So Samus heads to this planet to investigate a dangerous parasite that was thought extinct, that was established in the previous games, and suddenly she is attacked here on this planet by a mysterious new enemy and left nowhere near her ship and without most of her abilities. Surprise, surprise. It's up to you to survive and escape, really. That's like the starting goal, at least. The immediately noticeable thing is just how well the game controls. Samus's movement is quick and responsive. The game's frame rate certainly helps with that, but like also the fact that Samus can turn on a dime, quickly jump, slide, and do everything you need to do so nimbly, it just makes it feel smooth as butter. It might be, for me personally, up there with some of the best controlling 2D side-scrollers. You can run and shoot and aim, or you can hold a button and stop and aim completely freely. Samus starts with her regular projectile attack and missiles, and throughout the game you get more health, more capacities, and of course, way more abilities. Some are familiar, some are new and shake things up a bit in ways that work with another element I'll talk about in a little bit. Samus has a really satisfying parry move that carries over from Samus Returns that was absolutely brilliant. Any enemy attack will often briefly flash, and if you time it just right, you can hit the parry button and Samus swipes at the enemy, stunning it, and sets it up for a cool kill shot where you like blow the thing away. It works just as well as it did in Samus Returns, and it is even cooler here. Every enemy's timing is a little bit different, so it's worth learning it all, because if you're good, you can parry your way through complete areas like a badass. Now, all this stuff can get a little tricky once you have a good arsenal going, like remembering all the tricks you have up your sleeve and having the finger dexterity to pull it all off quickly and possibly in sync with something while doing something else means you're gonna need to have some skills and really pay attention. But a player really in the swing of things can pull off impressive stuff thanks to just what the game sets you up with. It's all just so smooth and satisfying. Now, before Samus reached this planet, the Galactic Federation actually sent out a team of scout robots called E.M.M.Is, or E.M.M.Is. These have gone rogue, and there are a handful of them patrolling certain areas of the game's maps. They're super dangerous and resistant to Samus's weapons. All you can really do is sneak past them, and man, I thought I was like really gonna hate this game having some kind of forced slower stealth elements, but it works really well because it fits with this style of gameplay. The enemies have a vision cone where they can track you around the maps, even the most maze-like areas, and chase you down if they catch sight of you. If they grab you, you have like a little brief escape timing thing, but it's really tough to nail without practice. You need to get out of their sight and get through an area and get through a special door, which marks the end of the encounter area. Sometimes you have to deeply explore these areas or revisit them multiple times while these things are creeping around too. It makes for an incredible new level of tension for a Metroid game in a way that works really well. It's a nice little dash of sci-fi horror element to it, and the way they look and feel and animate and the music for these encounters is just so satisfying, and they continue to surprise you throughout the game. Early on, you get access to a very limited like stealth cloak, which allows you to squeeze your way past them sometimes. It makes it even more tense because you can get up close with them, and these encounter areas are so well designed for just little hiding pass-through areas for both the robots and you. Some of the game's flow is focused around, of course, figuring out how to get new abilities to unlock new areas, to turn something on, then get over there, but also to get access to a limited weapon that you can use to blow these things away for good. It's not easy sometimes, but it's incredibly satisfying because the temporary weapon that they give Samus to do the job just feels really cool. And while you're exploring, you're gonna quickly realize the maps are absolutely huge. I mean, look at this stuff. They're of course filled with branching paths and hidden areas. You might get lost. That's expected. It's Metroid. Push through. Shoot everything. Use all your gadgets all the time. It's also visually really massive at times. This place feels fully realized, and there's a good amount of variety to it all, and backgrounds are full of detail and life, and sometimes the game will flex its budget and pull back the camera and show you an even more massive backdrop. It's really impressive what they push out of the Switch, especially when the game does some cool cutscenes, because some of them are pretty over the top and badass, and it's just nice to see. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look very good if you play it on the TV. This is subjective, of course, you know, it's like a matter of personal taste, but I mostly stuck to handheld because the game blasted onto a high-res TV, it just ain't so hot looking. That's a complaint I've had with certain specific Switch games. Some scale up pretty nicely. This one, I didn't really think it did. Which is a shame because, like I said earlier, the game can get tricky from a control standpoint, so you might want to play with a controller because the game is challenging. By around the third separate load screen area, like full area, you might find yourself starting to get your ass kicked. Sometimes the challenge can be just a little bit annoying. Like, it seems like Nintendo had a habit here of just making some enemies tough by just making them bullet sponges, which just slows down your movement through an environment more than anything, and it's a little annoying. But on the flip side, there are some really, really cool boss battles. I just like them. That being said, it seems like some are really gonna push you to your limits, challenge-wise. So, if you can't tell, I've been mostly gushing over this game. Now, it doesn't take the formula it and Castlevania established and like blow it into a completely new type of thing or expansion. You know, it might not take a ton of risks, except for the pretty bold E.M.M.I stuff, but it just takes the formula overall and makes yet another really damn good game out of it. There's actually not too much to say about it other than that I highly recommend it. Metroid Dread seems pretty awesome. It's big, it's bad, and I'm glad that Nintendo has finally woken up to just how good Metroid is, and they're giving it the proper treatment once again, and I hope this one just pushes the brand or the recognizability of it all to the stratosphere. There are so many casual Nintendo fans out there who play as Samus in Smash, but have never actually played a Metroid game, so I'm happy that this one is out there. I think it's just that damn good, plain and simple. But of course, this is a before you buy. You know how this works by now. I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, and now I want to hear yours down in the comments. First of all, what was your first Metroid game? I think that makes for a fun conversation, especially if you haven't played this yet, but if you have been playing Metroid Dread, let us know what you think. Let us know your favorite ability, your favorite enemy encounter, anything you want at all. Let us know in the comments down below. Now, if this helped you out, maybe informed you a little bit, all you gotta do is click the like button. It really helps us out. But if you're new, consider subscribing and maybe hitting that notification bell because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.